We're live. Thank you guys to come back once more again on a Sunday evening today, where we're gonna talk a little bit about Chelsea. Uh, what can we say? What a game today! You know, this show should have started a little bit later, but just get it out of the way. You know, might as well just get it done and over with. To be quite honest, got a lot to go through today. For what we see and the trending and what Thiago Silva wife have come out and say, what have been said, because I keep on saying that we need changes, and I'm not seeing it, to be quite honest. I'm not seeing it from the coach, so I don't know where to go from here out. I don't even know which direction to start. Um, I know for a fact that we can do better. Stubbornness probably one of the factor. But it's trending though. That's the part of it. Everyone now is saying "patch out." I'm just listening to his interview. I get tired of listening, so I just said, you know what, might as well I come out and come on the live. Guys, remember to please like and subscribe to your boy GSC Garvin YouTube channel. We're almost there. We're not there yet, but we're almost there. We're looking for the 1,000 mark. And we right now we're at 883. So that to show you, like, the last couple of weeks, like, we've been growing. We're coming from 400 to almost 800. Trying to build this community. I know we always say to stay positive, be positive, and everything. We'll just flourish. Because positivity, it's a good thing. So just try to stay positive at all times. At least that's what I try to do. I just always try to bring a positive environment. Today game, what we can take positive from it. I don't see nothing positive, to be quite honest. But at least we can say that what don't kill you shall make you stronger. you know so how we go on from here? I'm lost of words today, but the fact is just how we can go from here. Let me put the link up on the stream just in case if anyone join and want to come on and have their say. They definitely, most definitely can. you know let's see. Yeah, anyone that says anyone want to come on and have their say, they can. They most definitely can. you know that's the link right there. If you want to join, come in and just let it all out. Let it loose. This is a place to be. What happened to our Chelsea Football Club? The club that we love. What really happened? It's a multiple different option. Not gonna blame only the coach. Not gonna blame only the players. Not gonna blame the spectators, the supporters, the rival. A lot of times some good things come to an end. You just have to resurf and find another way how to get back another good thing. You know, uh, that's the only way I can put it at this point in time. But with the game today, I take away a lot of points. I take away a lot of stuff. I'm wondering if the manager is staying true to his words because he been saying that he know what need to be changed. And today again, just now, to be honest, because I just finished a recording session, with with JC, and it was really good. But after I finished, I went over to listen to the after match press conference, not the one that he did with Chelsea TV, but a different one. And he was saying that things need to change, and they need to change, and they need to change, and they need to change. But I've been saying for a while now, like, we definitely need to change our formation. We don't got the defenders to play the style that he want to play. And as a coach, sometimes you have to adapt to your players, the strength of your players. You have to adapt to the weakness of your players. And that's where I think he go wrong. It did not adapt. And if you don't adapt, you're gonna get caught out. And that's what we've been getting. We've been getting caught out. People been talking about the $1 billion. That's already spent. Why complain about something that's already there? Like, it already happened. We already spent $1 billion. Like, trying to find solution to the problem is the key right now for Chelsea. That's how I should attack this video. To find solution to the problem is key at this point in time. So we need to find solution for the problem. And that's what we need to do. We can't keep on saying spend $1 billion and these players are not good enough. These players are already here. These players are already here. You can't get rid of them. You stuck with them for 9, 8, 5 years before some starters say they want to go through the door. So you already stuck with these players. You can't get rid of these players at all. Like, you can't. There's nothing you can do to get rid of these players. You cannot. They here. He's saying that some of the players are in him not up to to the standard of the club. Most definitely right. But you can coach. That can coach. That can. This thing is a mentality. Is a mentality. You know, you speak blessing over your life, man. Blessing. The only thing will come over you for the entire life is blessing, man. Like, words is powerful. It's even in the Bible. If you believe in the Bible, like, whatever you speak, man, it will come to pass. That's why I always try to stay positive. I don't want to see Chelsea in the form of an AC Milan. AC Milan was a giant. It was a giant of a club. Juventus was a giant of a club. They were up there, for many years, fighting for UEFA Champions League, fighting against the big boys across Europe. Ajax was the same thing. I want to see Chelsea do like what Everton did, buy a whole bunch of players. Remember when Everton buy all this Rodriguez and Gomez and from Barcelona and Real Madrid and all of that? Like, if you start to think you're a mediocre team at this point in time, you're gonna be a mediocre team, because that's what you're gonna get. Whatever effort you put in, that's what you get out. You put out mediocre performance, you get mediocre performance or mediocre result. Whatever you put out, that's what you get. Some of these players, are they fighting hard enough for the coach or for the team? Probably not. But I keep on saying, like, if you reach a point where you see it's not working for you, sometimes you have to take a step back. You have to change. Just like on Conte, when he won us that last title that we won. The last title that we won, remember, he lost to Arsenal. And after he lost to Arsenal, he go and he changed the whole entire system. And once he changed the system, we all know his history right there. It went on to win us the trophy. And that's what we need at this point in time. We need to change something. Something gonna have to give. I don't know what, but something gonna have to give somewhere or another. We're gonna have to give someone the benefit of the doubt. You know, who are we gonna give the benefit of the doubt to? To the players, but something we have to do something. We have to find a solution to our problem. We definitely have to find a solution to our problem. We need to. We definitely have to find a solution to the problem. What we're gonna do, how we're gonna do it. You know, all those little things matter. It matter. Like to find a way to get result do matter. Like you have to find a way to get result. And at this point in time, we're not finding way to get result. And it's not good. It's not good. Honestly, it's not good for us. You know, like we definitely need to change the formation if we have to. Go to a back three that complement Thiago Silva. That's what Thiago Silva wife said. Like things have to change. Like I don't know what it reference to, but things have to change. If you want to keep Thiago Silva around, you gotta change. You have to change. You have to go direct to the root. The root of the problem right now, the root of the problem. Like what is the root of the problem for us? Like it's so frustrated to see you give it all, and right now at this point in time we just throw it away. Like we need to find a solution. Like we need to do something. We lost. Like we lost today at home. They get a double over us, like a double over us. A lot of team, even when I'm watching the game, they were saying the way Wolves was pressing us, like they got no respect for us. We need team to sort of respect us again. Like we definitely need respect. Like we need team to respect us. We need to find solution. Like we have to find a way. We most definitely have to. We have to find a way how to get result. And the only way we're gonna do that is to adapt and change. If we don't adapt and if we don't change, we're gonna come back here and we're gonna be having the same problems. Like we have to. It's a must. We got no choice. No choice at all. Like we don't got nothing they call choice because we gotta find a way. Especially if we want to sign Osimhen, we have to find a way out to win. We need to find a way. Unless we're gonna be here next year, the same problem over and over again. Like we got to find a way. We have to. We need to find a way. We need to show to show something. Like that preseason that we see, wish you don't go by preseason. But that preseason, what we see, we need to see some of those link up plays. We need to see some of those movements. We need to see something happening. Like nothing at all. The same thing over and over and over again. No consistent. You win two here, you lose two there, you win one there, you lose one there, you draw one there. Like we need to see something. Something need to give. Once you start to lose and you start to get that losing mentality, it will stick with you. That's not something that you want. You want nowhere in your career or in your life. You don't want to be a loser. You got to change something. Something got to give. Your mentality, your system, your ways. If you're doing something in life and you see that it's not working for you, you need to know when to make a change, when to change. You need to know how to get the best out of your players. Even if you own a business, you need to know how to get the best out of all of your workers. You need to find ways. It doesn't matter where, how. Like finding ways, you have to. You have to find a way how to survive. If you're in a desert, you have to find a way how to live. What are you gonna do? Stay out there in the desert? Don't try to move or try to go look where you can find food to eat, water to drink. You're gonna just stay one place. Might as well you try. You watch a movie, Get Rich or Die Trying. Like you have to try something in life. Like you can just live and accept each and everything. You know, you cannot. I was on JC channel earlier, you know, and honestly, I was showing him some of my accolades, you know, stuff that I won in my playing days, and he said, "Why I never see you show any of those on your channel?" You know, and honestly, he's right. Like to be a winner, you have to head up to a winning mentality. You know, that's how you're gonna be a winner. You have to head up to winning mentality. That's how you be a winner. Look at this. MVP trophy that I won. I work hard for this. I train hard, rain, sun. Doesn't matter the time. Late at night. I put in all the work. I never give up. Even when I think I got a bad injury, a back injury. And my coach told me that you can wait until the end of the season before you start to cry for that pain. Thank you, Mario. I remember when you told me that if we're going to make it to the final, you have to lead the team to the final. Doesn't matter how you're going to do it, but you got to. I remember that all of the first rounds and all of the qualifying, I couldn't play. I remember I started to play at the quarterfinal zone. I remember the quarterfinal zone. I was unplayable. That's when I win this. That's how I win this MVP trophy. I remember I played 2 games, I think, before the quarterfinal, where the first game I scored a goal, but it was just some minutes off the bench. But for you to be a winner, you have to have that winning mentality. You have to make your players think they can run through a brick wall, even when you know they can't. And that's what I don't think we're getting from our coach. Look at this. Another trophy. I got plenty of accolades I can show that I won. Like, you got to put in the work. Honestly, you have to put in the work. Another one. And this is just few. Like, you need to put in the work. You need to put in work, man. For you to win, you have to put in the work. You have to make the player believe, and this is just for the coach. Like, player have to believe in what you're doing, even if you know they're not good enough. Sometimes you just have to let them believe they're good enough. Something have to give. Something have to give. Like, you have to. Something have to change. What can we change? What can we do to get better? Sometimes you just have to do what you got to do. That's the only way you can get better. Find a way how to win. Find a way how to do it. If you don't find a way, then you're going to always have problem. But you need to find a way. To find a way, doesn't matter how, but you need to find a way. I don't know what's going on with our club. A lot of people want to blame the coach, the players, the board, but it's not just one problem. You can't just look only on the coach. You can't be only just looking at the players. Sport is a team thing. Is a team effort. From the owner, from the fans, to the players, to the coach, to all the staff. It's a team. It's a team thing. It's a team effort. If all the fans walk away, there will be no more Chelsea Football Club. If there's no board, there's no structure. If there's no player, there will be no game. And you have to have a coach to coach the players. Something have to give. Something have to give for something to gain. To gain something have to give. I don't know who it is, what it is. Is if it's a formation? Is it the coach? Is it the ownership, which they can't sell? They've been there. They have to be there for at least 10 years. Is this the director? Probably. But something have to give. Who to be blamed? Who's gonna be man enough to stand up and say, I'm the one to be blamed? Who's gonna stand up and take responsibility for what's happening? Who's gonna come out and hold their hand up and say, I'm sorry. We let you guys down. We make a mistake. Who? Somebody need to come out and say something. Nobody been saying nothing. It's just all quiet. Someone need to come out and do an interview and said something. This is the goal. This is what we're doing. This is what's going on. Something. It don't have to be nothing too long or too much, but just something. Something for the fans. Something for the people to at least hold on to. At least, because that's all we can do. But something. What can we do? Like, we need to do something. Something have to give. Someone have to take responsibility. Someone have to come out and hold their hands up. I was wrong. Let the fans know something. Don't wait until it turned into chaos, because no one wants to see chaos. No one want to see protest, and no, we all want to sit back, relax, and enjoy. At least show some fight, some compassion. Show something. Show that you make a mistake, or this is what we're doing. This is the future. This is how we're gonna get better. Say something, do something. But I guess I guess it's not good enough, because probably if you come out and say something, it probably end up no one's gonna believe whatever you say. Sometimes you have to make change before it's too late. As what Thiago Silva wife said. Sometimes changes have to make. You can't wait. You can't wait for the last minute or the last moment. Sometimes you just have to do what you got to do. Everyone make mistakes in life, but none of us are perfect. And that's what I know for a fact. Nobody's perfect. We all make mistake one way or another. It's probably not here or probably not now, but we all do make mistake. But when you make mistake, does you learn from your mistake? Do you learn from that mistake? Do you learn how to move on from that mistake? How are you gonna anger when you make that mistake? Are you gonna correct that mistake? Little stuff like those. A lot of everywhere you turn. This is the most I ever see patch out. It's everywhere. Everyone who believe now stop believing. Everyone who accept the moment stop accepting it now. I don't know where we go from here. Still trying to figure it out. What we're trying to do, be a mid-table team? Chelsea's too good for a mid-table team. Too good to be there in mid-table. Like it's not good. It's not good at all, man. It's not good. We're not mid-table team. We're not. We can do better. I know we're better than this, to be honest. Stop talk about the $1 billion that's spent. There's a lot of things to this. It's not only about the $1 billion, but something gonna have to give. Someone gonna have to be accountable for all of this that's going on. Someone gonna have to pay the price. Someone have to pay the price. You see sporting director come in and leave soon after he come in, just a couple months. That to show you something ain't right. Something ain't cooking good. Something ain't cooking right. The recipe's off. The recipe is not matching up. That's what I've been saying. Where we go from here? Because the recipe is way off. The recipe is not good. Not good at all. The as I was saying earlier, and I keep on saying, you don't mix oil with water because one way or another, the oil gonna always find a way to the top. You can't mix them together because it won't work. The oil gonna always flow to the top. Ask me how or why, I don't know, but the oil always flow to the top. You know, it's tough. It's tough to take, especially as a fan. Like, come on, especially as a fan. A fan get a lot of banter. Fan is in the mud. And that's what I keep on saying. Like, we all go together. A fan is a fan. Once you're a fan and you're not doing good, people say you're in the trenches, you're in the mud. Because once you're a true blue, you're going to defend blue at all times. You're going to defend the badge. You know, the badge means a lot to the fan too, not only the players. It means a lot to us. We're not out there playing, but at least we're here supporting, cheer you on, buy merch, invest. We invest into the team. Every time we buy something, we're investing. We invest. I know for a fact that we invest in the team. So at least we need a little explanation. We need to know what's going on. We all need to know what's the plan. So at least we can have a clear idea. At least we can know if we should calm our nerves. You know, we need to know something so we know what to do. It's tough for us. But I know that we can do better, you know? Most definitely can do better. Like, it's not easy. That's really hard, man. It's really hard. Wolves outplay us at home. Wolves that couldn't beat Manchester United. Like, how we gonna banter Manchester United fans that we're better than them? Why we can't? We can. We have to keep our mouth shut from last season till now, because we're not good enough. We're not playing. We're not playing like we want to improve. We're not doing anything to show that we turned the corner. Nothing at all. What can we do better? How we snap out of this? How we move forward? Something have to give. Pochettino, Ekbali, first I'm calling you guys' name, Bowley, Blue Code. Something have to give. Someone have to take responsibility. The sporting director, the only one I see doing their job so far good is Mark Shield, I think. What and some that guy that signed Parma and Lavia, and I think he signed Whisper too. Those three players are for the future, and so far, Palmer showed that he's a real talent. We all know what Lavia can do because we already saw him before. So we all know what Lavia can do. We most definitely know what what two out of three can do. The only one we're not sure about is Whisper, because we haven't seen him in the team. Saw him for the Jamaican national team, but we still haven't seen him in Chelsea as yet. It was an embarrassing, man, embarrassing day for real, like an embarrassing day. Got whooped up at home to Wolverhampton that just lost to Manchester United. Now Manchester United gained what 6 points on us because it's 2 games in a row that we lost and they won 2 in a row. So they gained 6 more points. At least give us something to smile. At least finish ahead of Manchester United. You can't catch the rest, but at least finish ahead of Manchester United. You know, give the fans at least something to put a little smile on their face. Not even that you can do. Not even a little smile you can put on a fan's face. I'm not going to say nobody out, to be quite honest. I'm just looking for better. I just need better. I need the result to change. I need performance to change. I need players who's going to fight for the badge. Players who's going to fight. That's all I'm asking for. It's a lot to play for. But this month, February, is one of the toughest months that we're going to ever see. We got Tottenham to play. We got Arsenal to play. We got Manchester City to play. We got Tottenham to play. Then after that, I think we got Arsenal and Manchester United around in the same are close to each other. We got Aston Villa coming up on Wednesday. Then we have to go to Crystal Palace. Not an easily place to go to. Then you got City, Tottenham. Like, if we don't wake up, we're gonna find ourselves way beyond. We need to change something. That back four ain't working for us. It's too slow. That back four is too slow. There's no link up to nothing what we're doing. Only thing we can say is thank God for Parma. Thank God that Man City sell us Parma. Imagine if we didn't have Cole Palmer, where we would have been in the season. How many times this kid single-handedly rise to the occasion. How many times this kid rise to the occasion. Imagine if we didn't sign Palmer, how bad it would have been. Just imagine a Palmer not in Chelsea, and see where we would have been, the goals that he bring, the assists that he bring. If you guys want to see, Cole Palmer, he have 10 assists in the Premier League. He got 10 assists in the Premier League. Take away those 10 assists. No, sorry, my bad. Sorry, not assists. He got 10 goals in the Premier League. 10 goals in the Premier League. Yeah. My bad. He got 4 assists. That's 14 goal contribution he brings to the team so far. Different from the rest of goals that he scored in the League Cups and in all of that. He's doing his part. He's playing his role. But we need others to join in with him. He need help. Chelsea's too big for a one man show. Chelsea club is too big for one man show. He need help. We only have 5 clean sheets all season long. Chelsea used to be the best defensive team in the whole entire Europe. Once upon a time. We only have 5 clean sheets. We scored 38 goals. And if you take Palmer 10 goals out of it, we scored 28 goals. And you take away his 4 assists, that lead to 24. What's going on? Big up Blue Board analyst. You know, great guy, great guy. That was a lovely show. Honestly, I'm here thinking about the show before I jump on, man. I love to do this again with you. I wouldn't mind if we can do one at least every month, or every other week. Anytime you're ready, just let me know. Beautiful show, really lovely. Really, really appreciate it. You know, guys, if anyone in the chat, and if you want to get some good analysts, that's where you need to go. That's where you need. Let me put it up on the screen right there. Go check it out. Know his stuff. Analyze the game, break it down for you intelligently. Where you can understand it. It's simple. Nothing too hard or nothing too difficult to understand. Go check it out. Good content over there. I'm just coming from over there. So go check his YouTube channel out, and please remember, subscribe when you go over there. Subscribe to the thing, because we're growing as a community. Each one help one. That's how we have to do it. Each one have to help one. I'm almost right there at 1,000, so I'm gonna have to check and see how much he's at too. But just go over there and support. Because once a blue, always a blue, and we all love Chelsea, so we have to support each other, help each other grow. So each one help one. Yeah, guys. But back to what I was saying. I don't know, but something have to give, and I'm not coming off this topic. Something have to give. I'm not saying it's the coach. I'm not saying it's the owners, but someone needed to hold their hands up and take accountability. Someone have to say, I was wrong. Someone need to come out and say something. Something gonna have to give. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Yeah, it was a great show. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love the show. To be quite honest, it was a great show. People, go check it out. You know, the best version of two great content creator. You know, we're not saying we're the greatest, but I think we did a wonderful job over there. So, you know, as I said, you have to speak positive over your life. You know, because when you speak positivity, that's what follow you. So you have to say you're great. If you want to be great, you have to tell yourself you're great, and until you get there, you know, never doubt yourself. Just always think that you're great. You know, when you get there, you get there, but always try to be great and tell yourself that you are great. And I know both of us gonna reach there one day. You know, continue the path that we're on, and we're gonna reach there. We're gonna make it. And then never doubt yourself in nothing at all that you want to do in life. And that's what I'm being saying about the Chelsea football team. You know, like these players need to stop doubt themselves, believe in what they're doing. It's not working at this moment, but if you continue, believe in it, it will work. That's what I'm saying. Something have to give. These players gonna have to get some mentality. You know, the coach gotta have to change something. The board have to change something. The owners, something have to change. We cannot continue to be a mid-table team. That's gonna push our best players away. That's gonna put teams and players don't even want to come to the club. The best players not gonna want to come to the club. Like Victor Osimhen. If you don't show improvement, it's gonna be hard to get all these big name players that we want to get. You know, we say we want to get, but we're not gonna see them. Like you're not gonna see them come to the club. So something gonna have to change. Something have to give. You know, have to. Someone need to come out and hold their hand up and take responsibility for what's going on. Like you cannot be too proud. Sometimes you have to. It's like someone we have to. Someone have to give accountability. You know, someone have to. There's something's going wrong somewhere, and someone have to come out and take responsibility for what's going on. It's not fair for the fans. The fans is suffering just like you guys. You know, the fans are suffering too, like just like everybody else. The fans is suffering too. So we're gonna have to do something. Something gonna have to give, and someone gonna have to take accountability for everything that's going on. I don't know who it is, but someone gonna have to. You know, who who's gonna come out and take the responsibility, guys? The sporting directors. We probably need new sporting directors. It gonna. I know the owners. They didn't know nothing much about the game when they come in. They make mistakes along the way. They correct some of the mistakes, but there's still problem. There's still something there to fix. You know how we can fix it. Listen, if you don't want to be a man or be big enough and bold enough to come out and hold your hand up and say you're sorry, you know, go on social media, see what the positive ones are saying. You know, pick the ones that you can relate to. You know, because fans is crying all over. Everywhere you take it, fans is there crying. You don't have to take my words, but you got a lot of other content creator out there. You know, that's want to see the best for the team. Sometimes you have to take a stop and listen. It can't be just me. Sometimes you have to be we. We Not me. Sometimes you have to be we. We is better than me, because me is a man that stand alone on a island. We as a community can build and work together to achieve greatness. So we and me is totally different. If you're gonna say me all the time, it's a burden that you won't have to carry. Once you carrying that burden by yourself, one day the pressure will burst pipe. Pressure burst pipe. Remember that. We have to grow together. We have to build together. We have to achieve together. We have to achieve together. It's not over $4 billion, but we are a part of it. We are a part of it. Because without the fans, there will be no club. Because your revenue, your finance, and everything gonna go, budget will go right down. You will turn into a mediocre like Reading. Look at Newcastle. They got a billionaire owner, and they can't spend a dime because they don't bring in enough revenue. They do not bring in enough revenue. So if the fans start to walk away and turn their back and start to pull their money out, the club gotta be in shambles. So it's time for it to stop being me and start to be we. We as a club. We as a team. We as a board. We as an institution. We grow together. We build together. We achieve together. As I said, it's not the fan didn't find the $4 billion, but the fan is a part of the club. So when you buy the club, you don't only buy the building, you buy the whole entire fan base. You buy the whole entire players, the club, the system, whatever it is that attached to Chelsea Football Club. So someone have to take responsibility of what's going on. Someone have to come out and hold their hands up and say, this is the way we're going to move forward. Or we understand your cry. We're trying to make it better. Something. Don't wait, as they always say. Don't wait until it's too late. Do not wait until it's too late. We need to achieve together. We need to grow together. We need to build together. We need to stay positive. But if you're in the dark and you don't know what's going on, you cannot be positive. Because when you don't know, you're only gonna sit there and assume a million things that's gonna be running through your mind. Because you don't know, you don't have an idea. If you don't want to give the whole entire thing, just a little hint of something where the fans can hold on to. But we here right now, we don't know what's going on. None of us know what's going on. The fan base is the one in the dark. The coach come out and said it's time to change from last week. And this week I thought at least we're gonna make some changes. If I can see the problem, I know you can see the problem. This defense line do not build for a back four. A lot of fans want to say, "Oh, we're tired of the the back five, and we tired of this. Now you guys see what happened. This team's not built for it. If you're gonna stick with Thiago Silva, I'm sorry. Thiago Silva is not a back four defender anymore. He's our best leader on the field. Defensively, he's better. You need him. Build a system to fit him. Caicedo don't have a outlet to pass to because you got your two wing back bombing up at the same time. Where is his outlet? If the ball is coming from the left, the right wing back should be back there just in case if the ball lose, he can at least come inside and give support. Where is the wing back? He's way up there. Both wing back already pushed on. The system's not working for these players. I'm sorry. My whole in midfield have the ball. My right back should be closer or in line with my old in midfielder, just in case if the ball gets snapped, he can come across to protect the back four. Or if he come across, he force them wide, where you can get our players drop back in. Where Thiago Silva, one of them, is looking to go wide to cover the wing back while he form a defensive. If he went into the middle, like it's some simple mistake. Like it's so simple. The game is so simple. How are you gonna have Caicedo one right there in the midfield? Getting the ball right there. The only person he got is his two central defenders. Where is the right back? Where's the left back? Like something have to give. Yeah, the match against Villa is definitely because if he go into that one and lose, I don't know. The noise is gonna get louder. And then you're gonna have Crystal Palace where the pressure is gonna be on. Then the noise is gonna get more louder. And what we're gonna do then? Like you need to change. You need to change something. Something have to change. You have to. You got no choice. At this point in time, he wait until it's too late. As what Thiago Silva wife said. Like, he need to change now. It's either change now or suffer the consequence. If he don't change now, he's the one that's gonna suffer the consequence. He's going to suffer the consequence. He need to change. Something have to give. I'm sorry. Something have to give. Just like what Kante did. Just like what Tuchel did. Tuchel come in and he see that the defense line cannot manage a back four. He went to a back three. And it take him straight to the Champions League final. We have to realize, a lot of people saying they need the Sporting Lisbon manager. He play a back three. He is the back three. And if we're going to get Hansi Flick, this defender cannot play his style because he's going to need defender with speed. So therefore, we're going to have to get rid of Disasi. Thiago Silva going to have to go. We're not sure if Fofana is going to ever be fit enough to play a whole entire season for Chelsea. So we're going to have to go in the defensive market. We're going to have to get defenders that can use their speed. That's why they don't use Ian Matson as a left back because of the inconsistent of the central defenders. You cannot use Ian Matson there. So he's one that suffered the consequence. He wasn't the problem. He was a good defender. Shown there in the Bundesliga that he can play. He can do a job. But our the way how Matson play is an attacking fullback, and you know you already got speed there, so you're not gonna be able to use him because when you get caught out, just like what I'm saying earlier, if your left sided defender go, your right sided defender should be more falling back just in case if it lose, someone can cover. Is some kindergarten mistake that were made in, and Pochettino cannot see some kindergarten mistakes. Kindergarten mistake. That's what we've been making. Kindergarten mistake. Nothing too hard. Simple mistakes. I know you want to do the overload, you want to do the over this, the over that. But if you see you got a problem, you're conceding goals, change your system. You don't have to play. That's what people been getting wrong. You don't have to use five defender to form a three in the back. And people tend to not understand the real reason behind it. If you Ben Chilwell is attacking fullback, Gusto's supposed to be a more defensive. So if Ben Chilwell is up there, that's what as what he always up there. You need to have Gusto more behind, not in the same line as a Ben Chilwell. So if Ben Chilwell lose the ball, you got you got Thiago Silva end up turning into a left back. You end up got the right sided central defender go across. You got Gusto come across and end up turning into a right central defender, and then so on. Whosoever on the same side that the other side where the ball don't lose from, he end up become the right back. It's just a simple symptomatic game. Something simple where you can easily break down. What's so hard in it for Pochettino to get us to his call? Ben Chilwell is booming forward. Right, the first goal. I'm going back to the first goal again. Look where Caicedo is, and look where Enzo is. Look where your right back is. Those are the things that's costing us the games. I don't know what's going on, but at least we can get some answers. We got Aston Villa coming up on Wednesday. You know, as you can check it out, we play Wednesday, and after we play Wednesday, let me see when we play again, because I know we play Wednesday, and I don't know if we play Saturday or Sunday, but I know we're going to Crystal Palace. By the way, congratulations to the ladies. They won their game three to nothing over Everton. You know, well done. Well done to the girls. They after we play the game on Wednesday, the next game is gonna be Monday against Crystal Palace. So at least we get a little time off. But honestly, by that time, if we're not careful, if we're not careful at that time, oh, they can. We will still be in the same spot because or less Bournemouth gonna play the game in hand, but they're 4 points behind us with a game in hand, so we will be in the same spot, regardless. But something gonna have to give, man. Something. The big game of the day. Congratulations to Arsenal. They beat Liverpool 2 goals to 1. So congratulations to all Arsenal fans. A lot of people write you guys off, so you guys can do it, but I guess you pulled one out of the bag. So Liverpool was the flying team so far in the whole entire league. So congratulations to Arsenal, and congratulations to Manchester United too. You guys do what you guys need to do. 2 games in a row, 2 wins. Congratulations. You guys do what you guys got to do, and that's the only thing you can ask for is just do what you got to do. Play your part, and the rest will see its way out. That's what you live by. And that's what you go by. Nottingham Forest games finished 1-1. Callum Hudson-Odoi find the back of the net. For Nottingham Forest. So, as I said, once a blue, always a blue. You want to move because you need to kickstart your career again, and you over there, you're doing your thing. If I'm not lying, that's his second goal or his third goal since he went over there. It's just Chelsea. We just don't know what's going on with us. Something need to give. Someone need to be accountable. Someone need to take the blame. There's so much, but something have to give. Someone have to take the blame, and someone gonna have to give accountability for what's going on. But as I said, congratulations to Arsenal for the victory over Liverpool. Liverpool been flying high for a while, for a minute now. So Arsenal, you did it. No one can say you didn't do it. So I'm telling you, did it. So congratulations. Well fought, well win. We could have go. It's a game that could have go anywhere. So big up to all the Arsenal fan. Even though you guys are my rival, but you have to give props where props is. It's not Arsenal's fault why we're not doing what we're supposed to do. We have to take responsibility in our own hands, and we have to do what we gotta do. If you don't do what you gotta do, you can't stop a man when you see a man is doing. So if you want to sit home every day and don't go to work, and you see a man get up every day, go to work, and he go out there and buy a Ferrari, that's what he needs. That's what he wants. You can never say that the man didn't work for what he wants. No grudge. When a man work for what he needs, he deserve all the praise. Arsenal go through the banter for a couple of years, and now they're just doing them. So, congrats to them. Liverpool is Liverpool. Liverpool always bounce back. So Liverpool is a team that's always give you a run for your money anyway. So Liverpool gonna always be Liverpool. So there's nothing we can do or hold anything against them. So as I said again, congratulations to Manchester United, Arsenal. They play their part. They take care of business. It's just unfortunate that we can't. Lose at home to Wolverhampton. Like, what's next? What's next? We get a home tie against Aston Villa, and we throw it away. Now we have to go to Villa Park to play against Aston Villa, where that's their fortune. You know, they don't lose at home. They rarely lose at home. So we can't blame no one but ourselves, honestly. You know, we're the one that print our own or destiny. And so far destiny is not in our favor, you know. Sometimes you have to create your own luck. And that's something we're not doing. I guess that sometimes you have to make your own luck. You have to create your own luck. It was just like if you don't buy the lottery, you don't stand a chance to win. So, you know, you say you don't gamble, but everywhere you do in life and everything you do in life is a gamble. When you get up and you go out, you never can tell if you're coming back in. So everything you do in life is a gamble. For me, you gamble to go outside, you gamble to go down the street, you gamble to go in that car, you know, you gamble. So sometimes you have to be brave and bold and do what you think is best. You know, if it come out magnificent, to do. If it don't, all you gotta do is brush yourself off and try again. But you can never give up. Let me run through UTC, one more defeat. Yeah, yeah, losing is becoming a thing for Chelsea. Yeah, as I said, if you try to fall into mediocre, mediocre is gonna follow you, right? So sometimes it's whatever you reap what you sow. So what's really going on? Only the owners know what's going on. We don't know. We only can assume because they gave us nothing to hold on to. We we all
Yo, what's
hey,
up, man?
how
How
you
you
doing,
doing?
coach? Oh, what a tough day. What a tough day.
Yeah, let me turn up this. I was getting an echo back. It's tough, but a lot of lessons to learn. And let me just wait. If you have any questions, go ahead and throw it at me. I'll try the best I can to answer them. But I don't know everything. Disclaimer, so you know that on time. Um, yeah. I mean, wow, that was humbling. No, no jokes.
I was here for 1 hour letting out my frustration. I'm gonna let you see if you can let out yours, and then we can go into it. Let it loose.
No, here's the thing. That landed me at what I would call the breaking point. I've been patient with him. I've every time people speak ill of him or say he's not the right man, good enough, I've always tried to be as objective as possible by mentioning the fact that we've had at least 8 players out injured at the same time each time we'll play, and that's a serious factor. I've also mentioned the fact that we have an entirely new squad. That's a factor. And I've also mentioned the fact that we have a very young squad. That's a factor. Inexperience, and no leadership. Consistency is expected. But there are things I've always said whenever I speak of those things, I also do mention that he's not been perfect, but I'm willing to give him time. But this is too much. And I'm quite sure the owners feel the same, even more than I do. And that's because they will look at the numbers. And here's the thing: if they speak with those that understand football, they will let them know. What I my observation is this: the only questions I have about him, he seems to react to situations very late, very late. I think a few minutes into the game, I tweeted, Sado needs to be subbed off. Something isn't quite right with him. I don't need to see him play another 15 minutes to realize it's not working. It's either you sub him off or maybe you make sure that whenever he's on the ball, there are people around him creating extra passing lanes so he doesn't have to dwell on the ball too much. Which means if you create extra passing lane for him, he'd have the opportunity to, like this, release the ball. But if you hide somewhere, he tried to dribble and lose the ball. For me, I think even if he stays beyond the game, the Fulham game, even if he wins the Carabao Cup, he's not the man. He's not going to last in this. Is not me. I get it. Maybe emotions are still running high, but the fact remains, he's not the man to keep this job for long. The most he can do is to help us stabilize the ship by, or maybe help, because he has that reputation, he has the repertoire, or maybe what's the language I'm looking for, to nurture young players. But beyond that, I think the owners would want more, because that's a huge risk there. If we don't play in Europe next season, that's a lot of loss, a huge L, because no income there, and already we're on you can say borderline. If we spend without bringing in a lot of money in, we'd be in trouble, which could lead to points of deduction. So my point overall, let me not just broaden the whole thing too much. I think I'm sorry to say this, is not the person I think he is. Maybe I haven't been paying attention to a lot of the people who's been mentioning, look, he's a bottler, but this is not even the case of bottling. I paid attention. There's a lot that he could have changed for us not to lose this game. We scored first, and it looks like he hasn't been able to he's not been paying attention to the fact that we've not been able to control games when it matters. I get it. We have a young squad, which that is very common. They don't have that you could say mental ability to sense, okay, we need to slow down a bit right now, and this is when to go for it. This is when to calm down. We have no business conceding, I would say, a few seconds after scoring. If at most 2 minutes, I can't quite remember, because I was so pissed I stopped paying attention. But beyond that, it took me a while before I arrived at that point where, yeah, he's not the man. And the Chelsea is not the place where you have fans that will be patient with you to take the time to get the team to, or you can say to give you the how much time you need. For me, I am so pissed. I'm not sure if I'm making sense right now, but the truth remains, if you give me here's something I'm going to say right now. I'm just going to skip to the part where I say, this is the time to let him go now. Why do I say that? If you don't let him go now, we have a very good squad, no matter how you see them. We have an excellent squad. By the time we have Reece James back, Romeo Lavia back, and with a little more time, the squad will click. We'll start playing as a cohesive unit. And once that happens, whether the manager is bad or not, you will not know. And that's because it'd be difficult to see through the performances, to gauge the manager and realize he's not good, because we'll be winning games at the time. And then he's going to stay here for long. And before you know it, we will be like Tottenham. He will not get to win anything. We have to be, I don't know if you get my point. If we want to let him go, now is the time. Now that we're seeing everything, the moment this team clicks, it'd be difficult to look beyond the performances to judge him. And I'm concerned that that's going to be the case. Do I think he'd be able to stabilize the ship? Yeah, he can do that. That's his thing, to work with young players. But I've seen people are complaining that it doesn't look like the players are playing for him again. And I'm inclined to believe that. I don't believe that yet. I just think tactically, he's inept. And that's my opinion anyway. But it took me a while. And I usually don't speak like this. But once I do, I've taken my time to consider every factor that I should consider. Because if he thinks maybe he started in Kunku, which I wanted to see. But if it's not working, jump into the bench. Raheem Sterling, do you owe him? Does he owe him? What's up with Raheem Sterling playing 120 minutes even when he is not playing well? What's up with that? There are things you see he hasn't helped his case. And I'm tired of defending him, because how am I going to do that? This is not that those the sort of game when you look at it, you say, yeah, we created too many chances. The only problem was that we weren't clinical in front of goal. No, we were poor. I just don't know what else to say. For me, I'm there now, and I'm not turning back. And once I get to that point, I've taken my time. I didn't do that in a rush, honestly.
I don't know if you remember yesterday when I was telling you my starting 11, and I'll give you the reason why I said Raheem Sterling shouldn't be nowhere close to the squad. He don't help his fullback enough. He don't chat back enough. Look at Parma. We're gonna burn that kid out if we don't be careful. That kid is doing Raheem Sterling job. He's up and down, and he's creating, and he's scoring even more goals than what Raheem Sterling is doing. His workload is way more than what Raheem Sterling is doing. And with Pochettino, remember I was telling you that if you don't switch to a back three, we're gonna have problems. Thiago Silva is not quick enough. Thiago Silva is a back three defender at this point in time in his career. So if you're not gonna give him that support, take him out.
In all honesty, I'm going to say this quickly. The structure he prefers to deploy is the least of my concerns. I think the most glaring issue with Pochettino, he reacts to situations so late, and in some cases he doesn't even react. That's you could say that's his most pronounced weakness. A big up to you, Jerry Z. His most pronounced weakness is that he doesn't react to situations quickly, and sometimes he doesn't react at all. Against Liverpool, you could argue he didn't react at all. He didn't realize the fact that Moses Caicedo was being isolated and that we couldn't play. Change things around, startle them. He didn't do that. And you say today's game wasn't any different. I was just sitting like this, looking at it and realizing, this man he hasn't done anything to change the game. He did not. So beyond that, I'm not sure what else. How can I defend him? And if you put up a poll, the majority of the fan base they've turned against him, and rightly so. I've done my best. We had a very strong bench today. Why did Raheem Sterling start? Okay, he started. Why did he stay on the pitch as long as he did? So many questions. Yeah, go ahead.
No, sorry, no effect in the game. You see that post that Thiago Silva wife put out that she was saying something like, it's time for change before it's too late. She was saying something in that bracket. She was saying that you have to change some stuff before it's too late. So I'm wondering if she's recommended to either the back three for Thiago Silva to get the support, or she's talking about the coach. But everywhere you turn, everyone is saying Pochettino out. Like it's too much.
I think it's gone. I'm not sure when. I think his days are numbered. And that's because here's the thing. Let's say this: the signs aren't good. If you follow football enough, look at the body language of the players. It comes across as if they're all low on confidence. Clearly, what's his name? Mihailo Mudryk, his has again started a while ago. He's low on confidence. What's his name? Moses Caicedo is low on confidence too. The way he gave up the ball, we could have considered 3 goals from him giving away the ball, and the manager didn't see that. You don't risk too much. By the time he took it off, it was too late. By the time he took him off, what was he thinking? He's low on confidence. Mihailo Mudryk is low on confidence. Benoit Badiashile is again, he's temporarily, you can say, finished because he's low on confidence. And not you can say who mention anybody. Benchwell, I get it. He's been out again. It's not been long that he came back into the fold. But every other player, Malo Gusto, he's low on confidence. And once he gets to that, usually the easiest solution is usually sacking the manager. I'm not making this up because you can't change the entire squad again. And in our own case, that's the fact that you can't change the entire squad right now. It's especially truth. the truth, that's because we spent $1 billion plus. Are you going to do another clear out? No. So the easiest path to solving the problems we're having right now will be to sack the manager. And that's because usually when a new manager comes in, you get a new manager bounce. And that will go a long way for us, given where we're at the table right now. And it just seems as if that's a blueprint to beat us. Just press and press effectively, and we're in trouble. Liverpool beat us with pressing. They didn't have their starting midfielders. Remember that. Wolves did that. And we weren't able to actually counteract that in any way. And he sat there, and it took him 1,000 years to even decide on what to do. I'm telling you, just remember I told you this. It took me a while, just like in the days of Graham Potter, to get to where I am today. I think his days are numbered. What date? I don't know, but it will happen. And that's because it'd be difficult for him to turn it around right now. Do I think we will beat Liverpool in the Carabao Cup final? I still think that could happen. But even if he does, I don't think he keeps this job for long.
I don't think so either, because even when I was on Jay-Z channel, I was breaking it down to him. Like, if you notice, Caicedo, every game the opponent press him because he got no support. He got no passing lane. So every team find us out right at this point in time, and he's not changing. If he was doing something different in a game where you can look at it and say, I see where he's trying to change. Because remember yesterday I was telling you about the press conference that I heard when he was saying he see the problem. So that's why I come to you with the back three, because I think that he saw the collective problem. And then today, after the game, his press conference again, he was talking about that he see where he need to change and he need to adapt. But you were telling me that from last week, but this week you didn't do it. So can I believe in you that you're going to do it for the next game?
Yeah. No, remember, I told when we talked about it, we agreed when you mentioned him going with the back three, how effective, how helpful that can be, could be, or I don't know. And then I said he's not going to do it because it doesn't look like he's been paying attention to what has worked and what hasn't worked. How can you tell me that he did not look at our season, our first game in the season, to realize that whatever he did on that day, which was a back three, and with the packed midfield, we outplayed Liverpool. We played so well that it was unfair that we didn't win. They had to, at one point, do something that they are not known to do, which was to defend. And even Trent Alexander-Arnold did say during the post-game interview that, at one point, all they had to do was just defend. There's no shame in it because we were on them. And then we got to play them again, and he changed things around and tried something totally different. And when that didn't work, he still didn't go back to what worked before. Who reasons like that? We as fans, we've seen it. The Conor Gallagher, I get it. Numbers say he's been one of our best performers this season. But beyond numbers, the manager should know that in the number 10 role, he needs more from a player than just press. Gallagher would be more effective in a much deeper role centrally as a sitting six because he has the pace quicker than Moises Caicedo. Caicedo, obviously more technically gifted than him, but he keeps playing Gallagher in the number 10 role. I'd rather Gallagher play on the flanks and Cole Palmer play centrally in the 10 or Christopher Nkunku. But no, it just the chopping and changing hasn't helped. I don't think he knows what works and what doesn't work. Unfortunately, I'm saying this. I liked him, but I'm learning up close that he's not paying attention. He's not learning from his mistakes. He keeps repeating whatever that fails him week in, week out. I'm just really so mad right now. Unfortunately, I've been one of his biggest defenders, but I'm there now, and I'm not turning back. That's because I don't think he's the man. He's not staying here for long. It's not my decision, but I'm just telling you what I see would happen. Because assuming if you were one of the owners and you guys spent $1 billion plus, and you're telling me you'll be okay with this, even if numbers say, yeah, that we should be better situated. Again, we should be better situated in the table. You still look at it and say, yeah, but maybe the manager isn't lucky. Even if you're not superstitious, at some point you say, yeah, he's not just lucky. We can't keep dwelling on the fact that numbers show that we should be doing much better than we're doing. And you can't tell me it's down to the players. We have a very good squad.
Yeah, you're 100% right. Like they're talking about the players. The players is not the problem. There's no way you can say the players a problem. The coach is a problem. Whatever he's trying to do is not working. The players not buying into it. Raheem Sterling seems like he gave him a piece of land and told him like this is yours. Like Thiago Silva, if you're not gonna, as I'm gonna say again, if you're not gonna fit him, take him out. Like the coach, everything lead back to one person, the coach. You start preseason, and the way you start preseason, you trick all of us. Like we all fall into what we see in preseason. You start off with Liverpool, and we all smile and said, "Yes, it seems like we're gonna do something this season." And then from then on, it all went downhill. It seems like when you're gonna you get a mechanic to go do some construction building, that's how it looked to me, to be quite honest. If you sack Pochettino right, if Pochettino gets sacked tomorrow morning, who you think right now would be the one, to be honest? There's a lot of candidate going around, especially on Twitter, like who you think right now will be the perfect fit to lead this team into the future? Because it's certainly not Poch.
It's not him. It's not him. But we're lucky he's not. He's just on a 2-year contract with an option to extend it to a further year. He's not the man. Unfortunately, shamefully, I have to say that because I've been defending him and hoping that he learns. And here's the thing: if he brings up the argument that we lost some of the players we had during preseason to injuries, then I'd ask him, okay, did you not have a plan B? Did as a manager, have you not learned in your life that you should have a plan B, and that you don't rely on a single player? You should have a plan B that in case the player gets injured, you'd have some other you'd have someone else come in and do a good job or an even better job. So here's the thing: it's been one excuse after the other. I remember when it was Nkunku is back now. And it looks like there's a chance he was going to lead him to be losing his own confidence too, because he missed a chance that I couldn't believe he did. But maybe you could argue in that case the ball was a bit behind him. I'm not going. I don't rewatch this sort of game. But my point is, it looks like he's ruining players rather than helping them become better. If anybody argues that, I'm inclined to believe that's the case. The players are regressing and not improving.
They're not
Gallagher
buying
has,
into the system.
yeah, Gallagher has. There are some certain games that when you start him, he'd be effective for you. But come on, what was he doesn't? I just don't know what else to say. The fact is that it takes him a lot to react to situations. I noticed that on occasions when managers change things around. For instance, I think again it was against Luton Town. We were the better side, and we scored how many goals in total? 3, right? In total, right?
Yeah, true.
Before this, yeah. And they nearly canceled out the whole goals. And that had that happened, the chances that they could have won. The manager, Luton Town manager, changed things around. And they started pressing us. And Kovacic, thank goodness for his brilliance. Chances are, had it not been for him, chances are by now we would have lost at least 6 games in a row. In that particular game against Luton Town, when Luton's manager changed things around and they started coming at us, they were the better side. He did nothing to counter that. Rather, he started bringing on defenders, which I don't think was the solution. If you bring in a defender, which means you're just resigning to sitting deep and soaking up the pressure. And that was why we considered 2.
Yeah.
And can you tell me he hasn't learned I know a lot of people aren't paying attention to this. Our biggest problem, you can say, stems from our midfield. And I'm going to be clear. I get it. We don't have a solid defensive line. We've been chopping and changing. Sometimes the Sassi plays as a right back. Sometimes he plays centrally as a CB. But the fact remains, at sixes, whether two sixes, whether a single six, forget the application, they don't do enough to protect the defense. And I'm going to give you a perfect example. Caicedo is an excellent player. He's not a six traditionally. He's more of a box-to-box midfielder or an 8, or in a 4-3-3 structure. If he starts on the right, he'd do more defensively for you than starting centrally, because sometimes he's too slow to react. Now, that goal, what was that game that the Sassi, he won the ball in the middle area and then made a run towards into the 18-yard box and then got the cross also and finished it. I can't quite remember.
Middlesbrough.
I guess what is again Middlesbrough? We beat
them
6-1, right?
Yes.
Pay attention. Caicedo was still taking his time running like this, like he usually do. He usually does. If you remember, he was just running like this towards the player. Caicedo was here. The player that the Sassi won the ball from was somewhere here. And Caicedo was taking his time. I don't know if it's a fashion show, but I don't blame him. I'm going to say it again. Traditionally, he's not a 6. So he was taking his time to get to that guy. And had it been that the Sassi not moved forward to the center area to win the ball, had he waited, expecting Caicedo to get to the man and get the ball, the situation would have been one-on-one with the Middlesbrough player with the Sassi. And by then, they're closer to our own 18-yard box, which could have been more dangerous. And a lot of people don't pay attention to that. I don't let wins, I don't let draws mask my ability to read beyond the surface and say, okay, this is the result, but we had issues there. And believe me, until we start playing with the traditional number 6, or until he changes the structure, teams, good managers will look at it and say, okay, this is what we have to do. Their weakness is their midfield, and we're done. Not really the flanks, actually. I'm sorry for speaking too long there.
Oh, no. You're fine, Coach. Because I'm really glad when you come on, because I don't know if you were hearing me. I don't know who to be blamed. Like, someone needs to come out and say something, and all what you're saying is just fact. Like, me and JC was just going on it about the same thing. Like, who's gonna take the blame? Who's gonna come out and hold their hands up and said, like, I'm wrong? Someone needs to say something, because the fans are the only one in the dark at this point in time. It's us. We all the fans too. That $4 billion go with 12 or 13 billion Chelsea fan that's out there. It come with everything, the whole entire package. Because without the fan, there will be no Chelsea.
And I'm hearing that he's thrown Mihailo Mudryk under the bus. He's throwing the players under the bus. But go ahead with what you were saying.
Yeah, and then today, after the game, he's saying that some of the players, like, he's trying to say they're not good enough for Chelsea, and he don't think they're good enough for the performance that they put on for Chelsea either, because Chelsea is a winning club. But why are you not changing? If you know Chelsea's a winning club, and you know the history of Chelsea, why are you not changing? You're not doing nothing to make it better. You're doing the same thing. Like, I'm so confused, Coach. I don't even know where to go with it, because today it was so bad. I don't even know if I should watch it, turn the TV off, or move. I didn't even know what to do. It hit me so hard. When I look at it, the only person I can say, I do a checkup. If you take away Palmer 10 goals and 4 assists, we will be nowhere. He's single-handedly carrying this team.
Yeah, he's again. He's I don't know. Since he has gotten to the point where he's throwing the players under the bus, it's not a good sign for him. I don't think so. Some of the players didn't do anything. No, tactically, what did you do as a manager? Nothing. I think you could argue he's by now. I'm sorry, I have to say it. I don't think he's a good tactician, because to be a good tactician, you have to be proactive. Once the opposition manager changes something, you counteract that. But he didn't. And this is not the first time. It's not a good sign. To the extent he's throwing, why is he blaming Mudryk? Mudryk have played games where he was excellent for us, and the next game he drops him to the bench and starts Raheem Sterling.
You're killing his confidence.
So why is he blaming him? He's the reason why Mudryk is low on confidence. It's that simple.
You're 100% right, Coach.
Yeah, go ahead, Bruce. Sorry.
No, you're 100% right. Because as I was telling you earlier, it seems like Raheem Sterling give him a piece of land somewhere, or a private jet, because every one of the wingers, soon as they started to perform, they played good in this game, he dropped them and bring back Raheem Sterling.
It's unfortunate, really, to an extent where I remember who was that said it looks like if you play well, you get dropped.
Well, that seems like is a fact, because I saw Mudryk play 2 games in a row when Raheem Sterling was out, and as soon as Raheem Sterling back, he's out of the team. So I don't know if it's coming from the owners, it's coming from those. I don't know where it's coming from, but this is not a good look for us. At least let us finish ahead of Manchester United, so at least we can take a little bit of banner off our back. Like, we're not getting anything at all, like nothing at all. Like, the more we think that we're going forward, is the more I see we're going backwards. Like, nothing. Nothing is there for us.
Yeah.
Nothing to celebrate.
I get it. Nothing at all. There will be a lot of people that will look at the situation and still blame the players. I think it's wrong. We have the talent. Again, if you're calling this a project, it doesn't matter that Cesare Casade is 19 or 20. Just bring him on. I think he can fulfill that Casado role better than Casado, and that's because Casado is more of an 8 than he's a 6. And he hasn't learned since he started playing him there that every time opposition players target him, that again, it doesn't always end well for us. And that's because he's not good at beating the press. You don't risk it. Casado isn't good at beating the press and will not be effective. I get it. Somebody said, but he got an excellent assist. I said, yeah, I saw that. But beyond that issue, what else has he done and done right? And I'm not blaming him. The manager should find a way, change around the structure, and find a way to mask the deficiencies of this team. Structures can help you do that. A 3 at the back can help you do that effectively. Or you play with 3-man midfield, that can help you conduce or maybe mask, if that's the language people understand, the deficiencies of this particular team. But he's not into that. It just seems as if he only knows one way to play. And shame on me, because I've been defending him, but now I'm seeing things up close. He's not the man. He's not going to last here. And it's gotten to an extent where I'm repeating myself. Apologies for that. The owners will sense it, even if the numbers tell us that this man is the right man. Maybe he's not lucky enough. And I'm inclined to believe the players I'm playing for him right now, because there's something Thomas Tuchel said: results make the players trust you. Because if you're not getting results, the players won't trust you, because they'll feel like you're leading them to the wrong direction. Instructions you've given them haven't worked.
My biggest concern about this one, I'm gonna ask you yours. Is if we continue down this road, you think we're gonna be able to sign the likes of Osimhen, where he got so many offers? Remember, Arsenal is there, Real Madrid is there, Manchester United is there. So if we're going down this path, do you think we can attract a striker like Victor Osimhen in the summer coming?
If we continue this path, the only way to get high-profile players will be to pay them twice as much any other club is willing to pay them. And it depends on the player, though. And Osimhen, given the fact that the Saudis came calling and he didn't go, if we're to believe that rumor, to him, maybe you could argue it's not about money for him. So which means no matter how much we're willing to pay him, he's not going to come. If in fact he refused to go to Saudi Arabia. But my point here is, listen, it's business for all parties involved. As a footballer, you only enjoy football, and if you're not selected, you cry when you're 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 to 12, maybe, when it was just about fun. But once you're a professional, no matter what that player tells you, it's about the money. It's business for all parties involved. If you can pay them well, they don't mind whether Arsenal is coming. Let's ask Arsenal promises to pay Victor Osimhen 250 weekly, and we say okay. He says he can, and we see that he's leaning towards joining Arsenal. We can say okay, we can pay you 350. Then he will forget that Arsenal, even if they have a Champions League, even they Arsenal will be in the Champions League next season and will not. He will come to us. It's money. It's work. And at the same time, yeah, Chelsea will still be able to attract big name players just for the fact we're a London club. And this is not me boasting. You know that we're one of the best clubs in England, in London. We're going through a phase. And the owners seems as if, again, they seem as if they're able to convince players to come join us even though we're crappy. Enzo Fernandez joined us when we were rubbish. Mihailo Mudryk joined us. To name a few, there are other players. Nkunku joined us even though we were struggling at the time. So we have the name, but the name can only last us. You can say to a point. If it gets to a point, if it continues like this for 2-3 years, then it becomes they're a mid-table club, and that's because people that thought maybe they're Chelsea, they will come back. You wait a year, 2 years, or 3 years, it doesn't happen, then it becomes an issue. But next year, I think we'll still be able to attract big name players, but we must pay extra. That's how I see it.
Yeah, I think for me the future look really bright, but the here and now is where the biggest problem lie, right in front of us. But if we look on the future, we can say that our future is brighter than majority of the team because we build something for the future. But I was telling Jersey earlier, I don't know if you look at it this way, right? The way how we build in the future, right? We build the future because if you notice, Klopp is going. So this was his opportunity to prove that he can be the second best coach in the league, at least, because he got more game in the Premier League under his belt than every manager. Even if Liverpool do got a new manager, it's gonna take him a while, or the players a while to go up with his system. Because if you notice, Klopp's system is a rock and roll where no one else can do. So the players gonna have to adapt. So they're gonna probably be a little bit off it. So this season would be his time to gradually build something to go to towards next season. And I'm not seeing it.
I'm not seeing it either. It's been ups and downs. I don't know. Games we've lost. He seemed to have he did come across to me as he's lost again. He has never had plan B in all those games we lost. No plan B. I think it's only one game that he made changes, and those changes came on and changed the game for us, and we ended up winning. Every other game we've lost. You could argue he's not been proactive enough. And unfortunately, the signs aren't good. And shamefully, I raised my hands. I was again one of those that called for him to be hired and to be given time and all, but no, it's a risk letting him stay. Do I think we're going to get relegated? No. But I want us to accumulate as much points as possible. Even if we end up facing points deduction, we'll be all right. That's where I'm concerned. And part of that will be to hire a new manager bounce, boom, and all that. But go ahead with what you were saying. I'm sorry that I'm speaking like this, but I'm angry.
Coach, I'm angry too, man. That's why I'm here listening, because all what you're saying is just the fact. Is the fact, because my thing is then I've been looking back when he was at Tottenham. As I was telling JC earlier, I think he lose passion for the game, because if you notice his last season at Tottenham, this is what he was doing in his last season at Tottenham. If you ask any Tottenham fan, they will tell you This is why he gets sacked at Tottenham. When he went to Paris the first season, he bring the same mentality there. That's why he almost gets sacked in the first year. And the second year, the players, because Paris is too much of a giant. The player was the one that pulled through that year and win that league. If you remember, it was against it was the Spanish giant. I think it was Real Madrid when they were leading about 4 or 5 something. But I think they were leading about 4 or 5-1, and he went there and he threw it away in the quarterfinal, I think, of the Champions League. So from then on, I was thinking when his name was linked, I don't think he's the right man. I don't think he's the right man because it seems like he didn't recover from Liverpool. No, from Tottenham. Sorry. For me, I don't think he recovered from Tottenham. I think he's still in love with Tottenham. Honestly, he's still remembering that.
That's the case. Honestly, yeah. Go ahead.
And then the next reason why I don't think he's the right man either is he got too much pressure. He's got the pressure of the Chelsea fan. He got the pressure on the Tottenham fan. He got pressure to win because Chelsea's a winning machine. So all of that pressure, for me, it's a lot for one person to carry. I think he's still reminisce on how Chelsea stopped him from winning that Premier League, the way how Liverpool, how we lose that final. He never recovered. Sometimes you have to look deeply. He never recovered when he lose that Champions League, and then remember we stopped him from winning that Premier League when he heard that Leicester win it. He haven't recovered since then. Everything just started to go downhill. And at Tottenham, he got the same players. When he was failing at Tottenham, he couldn't get nothing more out of them. That was it for him.
I'm concerned right now. I say this, I wouldn't even mind Jose. In all honesty, I don't think even Houston. I'm gonna say this. I've said everything I've said, but even if he's a good manager, I don't think he has the character to be a Chelsea manager. I don't think he has the character to be a Chelsea manager. What is this really? I don't. Listen, I love Chelsea so much that it'd be detrimental to my head to go try sit down and watch that game again because of how much mad he made me. I think it would take time before maybe I'll be able to say, okay, let me try it now and try to fathom to figure out what really happened. Wow. No. I think my opinion is that the club should sack him. Do I think they will sack him now? I don't know. After all, nobody knew they were going to let Graham Potter go when they let him go. I'm not going to waste my energy. I think he leaves Chelsea. Even if he wins Carabao Cup, I don't care. Again, I wouldn't. It doesn't mind to. Again, I don't think it makes sense to say I don't care. I just the right thing to say. I don't think that will lead to him staying at the club longer than this season. I think they're letting him go. They will see that they've made the mistake. And I think the sort of contract that they gave him showed that they weren't too sure. Or you could say they left it, it was designed in a way that if it doesn't work out, they can easily let him go without spending as much as they spent before firing Graham Potter, which was why they gave him just 2 years with an option to extend it to a further year. I think we should just let him go, in my opinion. But I am so mad I can't speak, honestly.
Yeah, for me, I would go for Andrew Flick, to be honest. With these young players that we got, I will wait before we sell Gallagher, and I will give Andrew Flick a chance. I heard people been saying that he didn't do well with the German national team, but when he was at Bayern Munich for the couple of years, every English Premier League team scared of going up against Bayern Munich, to be honest. No one wanted to joke with Bayern Munich because he was ripping Man City apart, Liverpool, even us. Manchester United. Remember, he was up against it and he was ripping everyone apart. So for me, I will take the risk and give him a chance. Because he played good, attracting football, and it seems like he got more than one game plan, to be quite honest. But it didn't work out for him in Germany. In my view, is because of it's different because every single day you got these players, and when you go international, it's every other month. You only got them for 2 or 3 days, so it's hard for those players to adapt to his style. But I think Ante Flick will be the man to go to.
Yeah, unfortunately, it is what it is. But I hope they do something quickly because the longer he stays at the club, again, I don't see us moving beyond where we're at right now. It's gotten to a dangerous level, and the signs aren't good. And nearly all our players come across as they were low on confidence in that game, and that's dangerous. Once it gets to that, it's unfixable, except if the manager is fired or the players you overhaul the squad. And I don't see the club overhauling the squad. Unfortunately, it has gotten to that level. I'm gonna run, bro. I saw that you were online, and I said, okay, let me come keep you company a bit.
I
Yeah,
really appreciate it, Coach. Honestly, I
no,
really appreciate it. I'm gonna wrap up myself because it was so frustrating for me. If you see the first part of the show, I
mhm.
was asking myself so many questions. I was here like I'm a crazy person. I was asking myself, what's go wrong? What is the problem? How we fix it? Like it's bad. You know what's worse about it?
I'm listening, bro.
My
Go ahead.
my my fiance is a Liverpool fan just because when she started watching the game, Chelsea
Ooh,
was going bad. The last game that we played against Liverpool, I have to sit in my car and watch the game. That's how bad it is. I can't even come home to sit
wow.
to watch the game to say at least we have a chance or we stand a chance. That's how bad it is on my part. It's so
Yeah, I
bad
totally
that
understand.
when
Yeah.
Liverpool is playing, I have to sit in my car when Liverpool go up against Chelsea. Imagine a final, and I can't even sit at home to watch a final because I don't know what gonna. I'm gonna have to go watch it in my car or by my mom's house. That's how bad it is.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. I mean, the love for the club can kill someone. Unfortunately, I have to say that. Thank you so much again, bro. Anytime you're online, if I'm available, I will jump on. Thank you so much. See you
I
next time.
really appreciate it, Coach. Thank
No
you.
worries. No worries.
Yeah, people, the great one that was Coach. Chelsea, man, that's what Chelsea give us. They can make us and they can break us. At this time it's so difficult to really say what is a problem. But guys, we're gonna leave it here to be honest, because I don't know what else to say or what we can do to really solve this problem. You know, we're just gonna wait until Wednesday and then we see what go on. We'll see if he can take us over the line or if he can come back or if they're gonna sack him. You know, let us see. But as we say, like everyone can see it, like we need something stable. So guys, remember to like, please share and subscribe to your boy GFC Garvin YouTube channel. As I said, like where we go from here, you know, we don't know. But thank you guys for watching. Peace. Bless.